Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're brand new to voiceover or just thinking about starting to get into voiceover, then I have a very helpful video for you. So let's get into it. So you're brand new, just started voiceover, or maybe you're in the research phase of getting into voiceover. I have some very helpful information for you. My name is Angela. I am a full time voiceover artist and audiobook narrator, and I have a lot of great videos, very helpful information here on my channel. And I do a weekly live on Tuesdays at 12 p.m. EST where I share all this information in a community type of environment. It's a live chat. During that chat, and also with the mentees that I've been working with for the past few years, I have come across a lot of common problems that new voiceover artists are running into. And not just them, but I've experienced them as well. So if you're just getting started here, I would like to share with you some things that you should not be doing in the beginning or really at any time during your voiceover adventure, right? Your endeavors into starting your voiceover career. And the first thing that I do not recommend doing is allowing yourself to fall victim to comparisonitis. Now, you have to keep in mind that you are just starting. You are at the very beginning of your journey. Even if you're a few months in, you're still at the very beginning of your journey. So you cannot compare yourself to someone that you admire, someone that you follow, someone that you see on social media. They are more likely, much further in than you are. But keep in mind, they have also started just where you are right now. We all start at the same place at the start. There are many different paths to getting started in this career, right? There's not just one linear way to get to where you call success. There's a lot of different paths for a lot of different people, right? We all have different schedules and commitments and things. So there's a lot of different paths to get there. So, and there are a lot of people that have been doing this for a year, 5 years, 10 years, 30 years, right? That have taken many different paths. So you can't sit back at the beginning and say, I sound like hot garbage compared to this guy, or I'll never be where this guy is. How come this guy is making so much more money at even his start of his voiceover career and I'm not seeing a dime? Well, maybe he's got a little bit more time invested, a little bit more time that you didn't realize invested. Maybe he's done some training. Maybe he's, invested in some, more quality equipment, but you can't fault yourself for that. Everyone has a different journey and a different path, and you will get there. You just have to invest the time, the money, and yourself into this new endeavor. If you can do that, then you will be just fine. The second thing that I don't want you to do, I recommend that you shouldn't do, is to fall victim to one of these social media advertisements for a voiceover artist who is perhaps offering a course that is a couple of weeks long, and then you're guaranteed a professional demo at the end. Now, if you've never seen me before, I'm never one to fault someone for their business model or their business practices. Everybody has a different approach to how they want to do their business. So I can't fault them for that, but there is some blaring flaws in this business model. It takes a lot more time than just a couple of weeks or even just a couple of months to get to the level of being able to produce high quality, professionally acted voiceovers. I mean, you could get lucky and have, a few things trickling in here and there, but to be at the level where you're doing high brand commercials, that may take months, if not years, to get to that level. So be a little bit wary of these because even at my stage, 6 years in, I'm still learning. I'm always learning, and I think you should too. But just know that after a couple of weeks, you may not be at the level to do professional voiceovers, and that's okay. You're still learning, you're still at the beginning of your journey. And the professional demo that they offer you at the end, if they coach you through it and then they professionally produce that demo for you, and you are still learning your DAW, you're still learning your effects, you're still learning how to, give these reads for voiceovers. If you can't recreate the sound of your professionally made demo on your own, that could potentially be a problem for a client expecting that caliber of work, right? That your professional demo says that you can do. So be a little bit wary of these things and get all the training, get all the support, get all the help, practice, practice, practice. Be a little bit wary about these courses and trainings. And of course, do your research. Research these people. Research any coach. Research me if you want to. But do your research before you reach out to anyone for coaching or mentoring. The third thing that I don't want you to do is to hate on your own voice. It is a very natural thing to do, and I don't know any well, maybe there's one or two, that absolutely love the sound of their voice. The vast majority of us cringe when we hear our own voices outside of our heads. It's completely normal. It's completely natural. But just keep this in mind, that what you're hearing is completely biased. I don't know about you, but I'm a complete introvert, and I still cringe when I hear myself speak. But it's not ultimately me that has to like it. It's the client or clients. It is the end user, the people hearing your voice, that have that call, not you. So even if you think that your voice is absolutely cringeworthy, more than likely, it's not. It's just you. We are our own worst critics, and that is very, very true. The fourth thing that I don't want you to do is to overthink everything. We get stuck in this overthinking stage, or we could get stuck in the research phase because we're overthinking. We call that the procrastinating stage, where you're doing all of the research and then you're holding yourself back because you haven't quite learned this, or you haven't quite learned that, or you haven't gotten to this level, yada, yada, yada. Don't allow yourself to get stuck in that procrastinating stage by overthinking. And overthinking can also be very highly prevalent, I see anyway, in the editing process. We overthink everything. We overthink character voices. We overthink the editing process. We overthink breaths. Do we take them out? Do we leave them in? There's mouth noise. There's background noise. We overthink everything. When it comes to your sound, if you really want great feedback, then definitely go to your peers with samples and demos. They will tell you honestly and offer you constructive criticism on how to fix your audio quality. Or you could hire an audio engineer to do a booth audit with you and to give you feedback on your demos and things. But I don't want you to sit and overthink everything, because it's very, very easy to hold yourself back or get stuck in that overthinking stage, and you never move forward. Overthinking can slow you down in so many different ways in starting this endeavor. So don't overthink it. Just do. And one thing that I like to tell people, which has really helped me when you do get stuck in that overthinking stage, is to do what I call the 1, 2, 3 act, or you can count to 5. Just do some counting. I like probably 5. You close your eyes, count to 5, and then act, right? So whatever it is that you're trying to do, if you've hit that record button and then you just freeze like a deer in headlights because you don't know what to do, hit that record button, close your eyes, count to 5, and then do it. Don't let any of those voices sitting in your ear telling you, oh, you shouldn't do that, or you have to do this, or you don't forget to do this, and all of those other things. Don't allow those voices to get into the way. Just close your eyes, count to 5, and go. That will help you to get past that overthinking stage. The last thing that I do not recommend that you do is to buy into, again, social media posts where people are saying you can make $1,000 an hour in your pajamas using your iPhone. Don't buy into these posts. I saw one the other day that said, do you speak English? Do you have a phone? You can make $400 an hour just by reading books out loud. That is called audiobook production, and that takes a lot of time. It takes many years, months of practice, training. It takes specific equipment. You have to know your DAW. You have to learn what the effects do, what they don't do, performance tips. It takes a lot more time than just picking up your cell phone and recording into it, recording a professionally made audiobook. Audiobook narrators, there are thousands of them. And this is what they do professionally. This is not something that you can do overnight. It usually takes a lot of time and investment to do that. As you should probably know, that these social media posts are just clickbait. They just are. Now, don't get me wrong, voiceover and audiobook narration is a great and very fulfilling career. I've been doing it for 6 years and I love it. But you have to have a passion for it. If you're looking for an opportunity just for the money that it can make you, which is what these posts are implying, then this is not the right career for you. Your heart has to be in it. You have to have a strong why to carry you through the tough times, because there will be. There will be some frustration. There will be some learning curves. There will be a lot of training, a lot of practice. This is not a get-rich-quick type of career. This is a marathon and not a sprint. Audiobooks alone take months, weeks, if not months, I should say. It's not something that you can just pick up your phone and do overnight. So don't buy into these social media posts, and not just those posts, but any posts that just say, hey, you can make $100 today just by doing this. I would always express a little bit of caution when seeing those kinds of posts. But I wanted to share those with you guys because those are the most common things that I hear that really holds back new voiceover artists and audiobook narrators from moving forward and getting started. Their hearts are in it. They want to do this. They've had a passion to do it, and they're willing and ready to get started, but they keep holding themselves back because of these things. So I hope something in this video was helpful for you. If you have any questions, or if there's something you'd like to see me do a specific video on, then please feel free to leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like, and please consider subscribing. I appreciate it. And if you're available on Tuesdays at 12 p.m. EST, I am live every Tuesday in our community chat. And we talk about a lot of different topics. So I hope to see you there. And until then, bye.